Welcome to our deep dive into the first IPL qualifier match between KKR and SRH in Ahmedabad. Stick around till the end for our Dream Team captain and vice-captain picks, and our match winner prediction. First up, let's dive into the power game. We'll see how the power batters and bowlers from both teams will clash in the first 6 overs. RR has a left-right combination of power batters, Jaiswal and Cadmore, to get them off to a flying start. They have to face off against the improving pacers Siraj and Yash. They also need to see off spin from Maxwell in the power game. On the other side, RCB has 2 right-handed power batters, Faf and Virat, who would look to continue their good run. They have to face off against the power specialists, Bolt and Sandeep. They also need to see off the duo of fast-medium pace bowlers, Berger and Avesh, in the power game. Now let's talk about the venue, the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. How does this pitch play out for batters and bowlers in the first 6 overs? We'll analyze the average bat and bowl points in both innings. In the first innings, batters score an average of 53 points while bowlers get 38. In the second innings, batters rack up 72 points and bowlers get 55. Clearly more points for grab for both batters and bowlers in the second innings. Fast medium and fast pace bowlers shine in the first innings, while medium and fast pace bowlers dominate the second innings. Fast bowlers seems to do well in both innings. Let's dive into the clash of the power game titans on the field. We are now looking at how the power batters have performed against the opposition power bowler types. Looking at RR, both their power batters have shown their weakness against left-arm medium fast bowlers, especially Cadmore. Jaiswal, however, has done well against both off-break and right-arm fast bowlers. On the other hand, for RCB, Virat and Faf have reasonably done well, except for a few occasions against left-arm fast medium. Let's now see if the power batters and bowlers of both teams have had a real face-off. We are now looking at the head-to-head battles between the power batters and bowlers of both teams. Jaiswal has been troubled by both Yash and Siraj. It will be interesting to see how he goes about countering the RCB power threat. On the other hand, Kohli has been particularly troubled by Sandeep in the past. Avesh too has had success against him. Faf looks to have favorable matchups in the power game. We look forward to the matchup between Kohli and Sandeep. Will Kohli show his past weakness? Faf, with favorable matchups and form, could be a key player. RCB will look to continue their good power game run. Second up, let's dive into the middle game. We'll see how the middle batters and bowlers from both teams will clash in the middle overs. RR has 3 right-handed middle batters, Samson, Parag, and Ashwin. They have to face off against the 3 RCB spinners, Swapnil, Karan, and Maxwell. They also need to see off the pace bowler, Ferguson, in the middle game. On the other side, RCB too has 3 right-handed middle batters, Patidar, Green, and Maxwell. They have to face off against RR's lethal spin duo of Chahal and Ashwin. They also need to see off the duo of fast-medium pace bowlers, Berger and Avesh, in the middle game. Now let's talk about the venue, the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. How does this pitch play out for batters and bowlers in the middle overs? We'll analyze the average bat and bowl points in both innings in the middle overs. In the first innings, batters score an average of 100 points while bowlers get 61. In the second innings, batters manage to score 92 points, while the bowlers only get as few as 30. Clearly, the batters are at less threat in the second innings. Fast bowlers and the spinners, mainly slow left-arm orthodox, has done well in the first innings. It's mainly the medium pace bowlers who has had the main impact in the second innings. Let's dive into the clash of the middle game titans on the field. We are now looking at how the middle batters have performed against the opposition middle bowler types. Looking at RR, Samson in particular has shown his weakness against right-arm fast bowlers. However, Samson has been really good against spin. Parag looks to have favorable matchups. Will he continue his golden run? On the other hand, for RCB, all of their middle batters have had a poor record against left-arm fast medium. Will Berger for RR make an impact? RCB middle batters too have done reasonably well against spin bowling. Let's now see if the middle batters and bowlers of both teams have had a real face-off. We are now looking at the head-to-head battles between the middle batters and bowlers of both teams. Both Parag and Ashwin have been troubled by Ferguson. Samson has to be watchful against Karan. Ashwin seems to have good matchups against the RCB middle batters, especially Patidar. Berger has had the better of Maxwell this season, and it will be interesting to see if their history repeats. Will Berger get the better of Maxwell again? Samson could dominate the RCB middle bowlers. Berger and Ashwin could give RR an edge in the middle game. Lastly, let's dive into the death game. We'll see how the death batters and bowlers from both teams will clash in the final 5 overs. RR has a left-right combination of death batters, Hetmeyer and Jarrell. They have to face off against RCB's pace bowlers, Yash, Siraj, and Ferguson. RR would be hoping Hetmeyer would be fit to play tonight. On the other side, RCB too have a left-right combination of death batters, Karthik and Lomror. They have to face off against RR's pace bowlers, Sandeep, Avesh, and Bolt. How does the venue play out for batters and bowlers in the death overs? Let's find out. We'll analyze the average bat and bowl points in both innings in the death overs. In the first innings, batters score an average of 52 points while bowlers get 41. In the second innings, batters manage to score a similar 52 points on average, while the bowlers notch up a little higher at 46. The bowlers seems to have an almost equal chance as the batters at the death on this venue. Medium-pace bowlers have done exceptionally well here in the first innings along with the fast-pace bowlers. Fast bowlers have dominated in the second innings, and we also see leg break bowlers getting some success. Let's dive into the clash of the death game titans on the field. We are now looking at how the death batters have performed against the opposition death bowler types. Looking at RR, Jarrell has shown some weakness against right-arm fast. Hetmeyer seems to have favorable matchups, and RR would definitely wish to have him back tonight. On the other hand, for RCB, Lomror has struggled against right-arm medium bowlers. Karthik has shown his weakness against fast medium bowlers, especially right-arm. Let's now see if the death batters and bowlers of both teams have had a real face-off. We are now looking at the head-to-head battles between the death batters and bowlers of both teams. Hetmeyer has fallen once against Siraj. Jarrell has had the better off Siraj so far. Karthik, who is RCB's star death batter, seems to have been troubled by most of the RR death bowlers. Sandeep in particular has had the better of him in the past. Will Karthik counter the Sandeep threat? Hetmeyer, if playing could boost RR's death play, RR death bowlers could win them the death game. As we have seen so far, RR could edge out RCB in the last 2 sessions of the game. Samson needs to lift RR's batting tonight. He is our dream team captain pick. Faf has been quite effective in the power game. He is our dream team vice captain pick. RR should look to rise up after their string of losses. We are picking RR to beat RCB in the Eliminator match. May the best team win.